Hey guys, I just wanted to show you a quick, easy method to get your headlights clean. I know there's a lot of gimmicky stuff out there and products that supposedly you can just spray on and wipe off. Let me tell you something, it's a little more involved than that. So what I'm going to do, sorry about the wind, but what I'm going to do today is show you guys how to get your headlights to look like new and which ones it works on and which headlights it doesn't work on. So if you want to see something like this, where literally it turns out like new, then keep on watching.
This you crazy mother.
Alright guys, so what you're going to do first is actually feel the headlight. Now if you can feel it rubbing your fingers along there, you can feel it's kind of rough and it has a little bit of a yellow haze along it. It's important to look at it at an angle also. Like you want to catch it so you can see across the whole headlight, and that'll let you know if there's a yellow haze along the surface. Because if it's on the surface, you can clean it. If it's not on the surface, you're not going to be able to do anything for it, unfortunately. Alright guys, so what kind of tools do I use to clean the headlights? Well, at first, you got to have a drill. Now in my case, this is just a basic power drill, plugs into the wall. You want to get a high-speed drill, number one. Number two, you can go buy a kit, right? And you can get these from like Advanced Auto Parts or Napa. I don't know about Napa, but it's a 3M product. You can probably get it on eBay. And it comes with a little Velcro. Now this goes into your drill, right? Alright, so now this kit comes in a package kind of like this, right? It'll say 3M on the top, whatever. It comes with all these different levels of sandpaper. So you have your first one. I don't know what grit this is, but this is probably like an 800 grit, somewhere around there. The next phase that you use is a white one. This is a lot lighter of a sandpaper, so this says 800. Maybe this is like a 600, something like that. They're all very fine grit. The last one's a 3000 grit, and it's kind of like a pad, you see? Squishy, looks like that. This is what you put on at the very end. And you mount all of these to your pad, kind of like this. Boop. Sticks on there. Put it in your drill. Put it on a drill like that, and you start going to town. Let's first start off with the first level grit. So I'm going to take my brown one. We're good to go. Now the only other thing to remember is you want to have water in a spray bottle. So I use distilled water just because, I don't know, it doesn't leave water spots and I have a ton of distilled water I need to get rid of. But you can use whatever water you want, but just make sure you have water in a spray bottle because you want to keep the headlight wet. You're basically wet sanding. The reason I use a towel to wipe it down is because you let it you wipe it off and you let it dry for a second, and then that will show you if you've missed any spots. So if there are any areas that, or if it's not a uniform haze, then you want to go ahead and respray it and sand those areas that aren't uniform. Alright, so now at this stage you're probably a little concerned because you just got done sanding your headlight and it looks really hazy and really foggy. No need to be alarmed, it's normal. You're actually biting into the plastic and you're removing just a very, very light surface level of the plastic, so that way you can get all that old haze and scratches and all that stuff out of it. So that was the first grit. Now we're going to use the second grit, the white one, and that's going to take it down even further, but it's going to make it very, very smooth. We'll put the third step on, which is that 3000 grit. That'll really polish the headlight up, and then the last step is basically you just buff it. Let's go ahead and hit it with the second step right now, and we'll keep it moving. This step is actually the best because now we're going to use a little buff pad and we're going to go ahead and buff the headlight with some wax. It's actually called PlasticX. I use that stuff. It works great for a lot of things, but it especially works good for headlights. So check out how instant gratification this is when you start buffing it with this PlasticX. Guys, well, now that that's all done, all the white stuff you see on the hood of the car and all over the bumper and all that stuff, that all used to be on your headlights. Alright, so as you can see, the headlights came out really well. Well, actually quite a bit better than I had originally thought they were going to come out, because they did kind of feel smooth to the touch. So I figured some of it was actually on the inside of the lens. But I mean, as you can see, they look pretty much like brand new lenses. I mean, it really makes a huge difference to the way the car looks overall, and definitely well worth the little bit of time it takes. I'd say I maybe spent an hour doing both these headlights, so certainly worth your time. Look up that kit. It's a 3M product. Advanced Auto Parts sells it. I'll see if I can't find it, put a link in the description below, but otherwise, it's just, golly, man, now it makes it really hard for me to want to sell this M5.